too long.
Hello everyone and welcome to the first broadcast of the 2020-21 school year. I'm Anna Knaswitz.
And I'm Anna Minker. I'm so excited just to be here. Over these past several months, I've really learned how to take each moment as a gift. Speaking of these past months, it's crazy to see how many different places I keep masks for school, work, and practice.
Well, some high school students took the high demand for masks and all of the extra time and matched it with a way to give back to their community.
Reporter Amelia Guerin got the chance to sit down with senior Tia Sack and junior Bella Karazagi to see how their skill sets have turned into positive initiatives.
Whether it was watching Netflix, taking naps, or spending time with family, everyone seemed to find ways to keep themselves busy during the long months of quarantine. Some students here at MHS decided to use their newly found free time to give back. Senior Tia Sack and junior Bella Karazagi capitalized on this newfound opportunity by making and selling fashionable handmade masks. Senior Tia Sack is no stranger to sewing, as she runs her own clothing business and plans to major in fashion design in college. But making masks is a new adventure for her.
I got started with making masks when I saw there was a need in healthcare for masks because there was a shortage, and also I just think masks are a fun way to express yourself and your personality. I donated masks through United Way, and I donated them to Atrium and also Bethesda. And I decided to donate there because I knew they were in need, and they're also nearby, and I had personal connections with some of the people that worked there.
Meanwhile, junior Bella Karazagi noticed that the homeless community was being sidelined and decided to do something about it.
I decided to start making masks when the COVID-19 virus hit. And I was quarantined, and I was seeing how everybody was going through stuff. All the families were trying to look for themselves, and communities, especially the homeless community, was really getting distracted and diverted their attention. People weren't donating to them anymore, so I still wanted to help them out. So I have hand sanitizers, soap, a body butter, and masks. And a lot of people were donating disposable masks to shelters and everything, but homeless shelters really need something that they can reuse, something sustainable, and reusable masks are a lot better for them.
While the outbreak of corona prematurely ended one school year and made the 2020 return one filled with face masks, contact tracing, and quarantines, it didn't put a halt to the remarkable acts of kindness shown by the students at Mason High School. I'm Amelia Guerin, MBC News.
Mason students have some serious passions that have made them better equipped than ever for all the hurdles thrown at them this year.
It's not just the kids of MHS, but also the teachers in the building have found out-of-the-box ways to run their classes to ensure that every student gets the best possible learning opportunity, no matter the circumstances.
The creativity and technology in some of the classes make me feel like the old guy. So Olivia Wise took a trip into the classrooms to discover the innovative adaptations that teachers have developed this year.
A lot has changed for MHS staff and students, but one thing hasn't changed quite yet: our sense of creativity. This year has been looking a lot different, but not all these differences have been for the worse. MHS teachers are going the extra mile to make sure that our learning momentum is moving forward.
So in ASL, we're using shields and bandanas instead of in the bandanas or in lieu of the mask because facial expressions are super important. There is added meaning with using our lips and our mouth movements and our cheek and sometimes even our nose, and how it moves will show interest or disgust or understanding or happiness, all kinds of different emotions that can't be seen when your face is covered up with a mask.
So last year, we had the opportunity to go to a deaf dinner, and I didn't really pick up on as much as the facials last year, and I was really just looking at the hands because I thought it was more about the hands. But this year you can definitely see that it's more about the facials, and people are actually trying to get better at the facial expressions as well.
Another way that teachers have adapted this year is by embracing their technological abilities to bring more clarity and comfort to online students.
What I'm trying to do is create a way for students to just zoom into class live, virtually. And so I've got cameras set up in my room so that they can zoom in live. And really what they're doing during that time is just listening to my voice. I also have a student teacher at this point in time, and she has actually taught class virtually as well and has zoomed in and taught some of our classes over the last week or so as well. Last thing that I'm trying to do is really use an online whiteboard. I'm able to have my students that are at home watch the lesson as it unfolds during class, and at the same time They're listening to my voice through Zoom, watching everything on the virtual whiteboard.
During these times, I know that if I fall behind, I'll be okay in Mr. May's class because everything is set up already for me, and all I have to do is click a button and I'm already there.
With all the uncertainty that MHS staff and students are facing this year, it is reassuring to know that the care and creativity from our teachers is certain. I'm looking forward to see all the new, innovative ways teachers decide to teach during this unique year. I'm Olivia Wise, MBC News.
Hey everyone, I'm Audrey Glazer and I'm a third-year member of Mason Hope Squad. Hope Squad is a suicide prevention and mental health awareness group here at MHS. We are here to confidentially listen and support you. With all the changes happening around the school, it can be stressful, so please know that we are here. We are not counselors, but we are a helpful source of hope. If you want to connect with any of us, you can scan our QR codes around the school or on social media. If you are struggling, please reach out to a counselor, teacher, your online coach, Hope Squad member, or advisor. We're here for you and you're not alone.
Wow, it feels good to be back. Since we were all last together, the class of 2020 graduated. Carol Baskin killed her husband, Addison Rae became the new Kardashian, and people started to hoard toilet paper of all things. I know I'm not in the halls right now due to safety reasons, but I went searching the halls to find out some of the things that have been happening in students' lives during this crazy time.
The worst thing about coming back to school is definitely having to wake up really early.
Probably wearing masks.
I can't work anymore and now I'm bored.
I literally started going to bed at 4 in the morning and waking up at 12, and now I have to wake up at 6 in the morning and I can't do it.
Umbrella Academy, it's so good.
I binge watched All American. Highly recommend that one also. There are lots of cute guys.
I rewatched Vampire Diaries.
Black Mirror.
And I binge watched Outer Banks.
Paradise on Earth.
Ian Somerhalder. You have my heart. I love you. The Office.
Jane the Virgin.
Oh, I watched Euphoria, so that was really great.
I watched The Office 3 times.
I painted a lot. I made a bunch of masks.
I tried to take up running.
I got stuck in 5 hours of traffic and I did a flip.
Outer Banks, All American, Grey's Anatomy, and Vampire Diaries are just some of the few shows that I can personally add to the list that students have been binge watching recently. Sounds like even though the past few months have not been easy, students have found a way to get through it and maybe just a little bit enjoy it. I'm Kelly Banks, MBC News.
What's up, everyone? I'm Abby Miller, here to bring you the latest and greatest in NBC sports. Due to health orders, students can't attend sporting events this year, but that isn't stopping one parent and fan from cheering on the girls' soccer team with his one-man black hole, proving that not even a pandemic can stop school spirit. Here's Kylie Gigliotti with the story.
Everyone has heard of a one-man band, but Mason High School's never heard of a one-man black hole. Brian Hopton, otherwise known as B-Hop, is adapting to new school restrictions and using his extreme school spirit to raise team morale and fire up the women of the Mason varsity soccer team.
As parents, you know, obviously all of us been cooped up in the house and since early March, and just to be out here is unbelievable for the parents to support these great group of girls and coaches and the organization of Mason. I noticed when I started going to the games, no student body was there. So I took the lead and more or less said, hey, let's go to the soccer games, and it took off from there. Whatever I can do to give a little bit more hypeness to the girls, you know, I'm definitely here to help in regards to the music, to the flag.
Hopton is doing anything in his power to keep the soccer girls energized during the entire match. Head coach Andy Scher agrees that the lack of a student section presence could have potentially been a huge hit on the team's motivation.
The fans are a really important part of high school sports in general. For our soccer team, I know the girls love to play in front of the students. I think there's an energy that the students bring that, as much as our parents do a great job being at games and cheering their daughters on, the students bring a certain energy and enthusiasm. B-Hop's a great energy guy. He was an energy guy last year, even when we had students. He would be, if he felt the students were down and the girls needed a little bit of a push from the student section last year, B-Hop would kind of get on the students a little bit. Hey, let's go. We need some, we need some energy. And this year, after goals, I see him waving the flag and bringing the parents to their feet. And I think is great for the girls. They love playing. They all love B-Hop and what he brings to the game.
Even though the season may not look exactly how the team imagined, the girls of Mason Soccer aren't any less excited on game days this fall.
As a senior, with this being our last season and everything, we really wanted things to be as similar to last season as possible because we love that energy in a normal environment, and that's what B-Hop gives us. He really just energizes us, and the energy that he puts into it, we feed off of, and that really helps us when we're on the field.
B-Hop's my dad, and that's kind of hard to admit. But when we couldn't have a black hole, he kind of was really excited to step into that role just because of his personality. And he brings good energy to the team, and all the girls love him. But when I'm playing, I kind of block it out and just play my own game and act like he's not there.
From loud chants and 80s music to a flag that could be seen anywhere on the field, Brian Hopton continues to motivate the women of Mason Soccer and has proven the black hole spirit can survive anything. I'm Kelly Gigliotti, MBC Sports.
Here's Sammy Connors with a new segment that we think you're really going to like here on MBC Sports.
Hey guys, and welcome to Hype It Up. Today we are debuting a new segment in MBC Sports. This is where we show off the plays that you guys have submitted to us. The first play we've got for you guys today is a beautifully placed goal in the girls' soccer game against St. Ursula by Elise Haller. Elise was set up with just enough time to send a long bomber into the top left corner of the net. That goalie did not stand a chance. Next up, if you haven't seen this clip, where have you been? This hit is still haunting the receiver from Fairfield. With the Indians driving towards the end zone, Mason defensive back Jax Hutchinson decides to send a wake-up call by upending this poor dude and sparking the Comets to a big opening night win. For our last play, we have boys soccer player Kevin Wren killing it in the Comets game against Oak Hills. Wren ended up scoring 4 goals in this single game, his second one looking effortless. With just a short touch from junior Gage Foster, Wren doesn't even let the ball hit the ground before sending it flying into the back of the net. That's all we have for you guys today in this segment of Hype It Up. If you guys liked what you saw, great. If you would like to see more, make sure to send us your highlight clips. Athletes, thank you for sending us in your plays, and if you guys want us to hype you up, make sure to send that footage to hypeitupmbc@gmail.com. I'm Sammy Connors, and I'll see you guys next time.
Well, that wraps up this edition of MBC News. As always, we're committed to bringing you the news of students making the news.
We couldn't do it without our fantastic cast and crew. From everybody in front of and behind the camera, I'm Anna Knazwitz.
And I'm Anna Manker. We'll see you next time.